What up, Pink Ladies T-Birds? Just happen to be watching some of my shit. My name is Jimmy Pynk, and I already told y'all what it is last week. No geesh.
Welcome to my nightmare, despite there is no moral to the story. There is no glory, it's gory. I got a war looking for me.
So, welcome back. This is episode 5 of season 2 of Dragula. Please excuse my voice. Please excuse my lack of geesh. But if you couldn't tell by the fact that I have on glasses and that I'm dressed regularly, well, a bitch just don't feel that great today. But we gonna push forward. I had the cutest outfit, well, the cutest Dragula outfit picked out. We gonna have to say that for next week, so I whipped some shit up for what I just had on when I went to work today, and this is what we gonna do. So, I want to get right into this because there was a lot going on for it to only be 6 people left. So let's get right into it. So the opening. Are we back to the shading RuPaul's Drag Race? Are we back to the shade? I feel like that's a yes, because all of your favorite RuPaul's Drag Race reviewers, whether it's small ones like myself or Maddie Rant, a mid-level one like Soju, or a huge one like AfterBuzz TV, it don't matter. We all make fun of the fact that RuPaul is just shameless at the self-promoting, shameless with the plugs of the sponsors, like just shameless with it. And today, the Boulay Brothers intro, first of all, let's get into that look, because I really enjoyed them when it's just glam, but something about it is just a little spooky. So we had like that big white hair that was reminding me of Serena's Cha-Cha, what she wished her spooky white hair looked like, and just a black sequins gown. I was here for it. But they're addressing us directly. We got the Home Shopping Network going now for all the sponsors. Look at our t-shirts at Drag Queen Merch and Hot Topic. These wigs, we got, that's a sponsor. Scruff, that's a sponsor. Like, they was just serving, I was living, but with that Home Shopping Network down the side. And I was just like, okay, it's not always creepy and gory. Sometimes they just funny. And that's what we had today. That was basically the whole episode. Last season we had the basic bitch challenge. This time we had Scream Queens. So they were supposed to like look like Scream Queens, and then they were going to star in their own horror movie. So let's get right on into this. The second Boulay brother look, bitch. Come on, Cruella de Vil tease. First of all, I'm going to need that dress and that coat that the Boulays had on. I wish they would have had some hair with the hat, or if it was just like a wrap, maybe a ponytail coming out of it. But the Boulays are flawless. They're always flawless. Whoever does their outfits and everything, flawless. 10s across the board for me with the Boulay Brothers outfits this episode. The guest judges, bitch, legendary. Not that the Boulay Brothers ain't legendary themselves, bitch. They are just giving me legendary fucking guest judges. And this time we got Peaches Christ and motherfucking Coco Peru. And I love Coco Peru. Oh, is Mark your boyfriend, or is he just a trick? Look it up. Google it. But Coco Peru is fucking everything. So I was just like super hyped for that. Okay, so the whole boudoir. Y'all know when I get quiet, I'm about to say some foul shit, but reading is fundamental, goddammit. The whole thing was about Abora and her attitude and all this shit. And I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I did not care. I'm like, okay, for real, y'all can keep this part of the plot line. We could have just got straight to the motherfucking business. I could care less. The one thing I will say though is the girls were like so gagged that Dolly didn't come back, and we all was, because Dolly was killing the competition. Dolly was killing it. But the truth is, the bitch pulled off Charlie motherfucker Hides and gave up and ain't do the extermination challenge, and she got bounced. It is what it is. Same way the Valentina stands was like, oh, Nina Bro, no, bitch. If you give up, you don't do what you're supposed to do in the fucking challenge to save yourself in the competition, you go home. It's a wrap. Ball game. Done. She had to go. But what bothered me as a board was like, well, I think that she was martyring herself for me. Bitch, where? How do you think that? See, here's the thing. And I found this out myself through watching other people's reviews, because yes, I do watch other people review shows. And somebody did do the research and said, well, Dolly's a vegetarian. There you go. She basically did the same thing Laura's did, except for Laura's did her little whole fucking speech and shit and just licked the brain a couple times. But, you know, she tried it. And Abora's like, well, she looked over at me to see what I was doing. Like, she paused. So I think she was giving me a chance to keep up. No, bitch. She was trying to see how much you ate so that she could see, like, can I get away with not fucking eating no more of this shit? That's what she did. Dolly was in this shit to win it. We can tell by the looks and the performances. Don't you dare think she gave herself up for you, bitch. You not that special. It's so confusing because I'm calling everybody bitch and we actually got a contestant named bitch. But I'm talking about Abora. But now let's get into these looks in these movies. And then I was worried, oh yeah, one more thing I want to say. Because Bitch Pudding, now we are talking about bitch, had like this scab on the side of her face right here. And I was like, bitch, is that part of your character, like you about to get hit over the head? Or is that a real scab? Because I want you to not put a lace front on that. I was like, nah, that ain't makeup, that shit real. Her edges look like they got snatched for real. I don't know if that was in a challenge and she had some shit glued, if she was allergic to the latex she put on her face. But I was just like, oh, bitch, I don't even want you to put on the lace front right now because that shit looked fucking nasty. Now we're getting to the floor show. So, I'm going to go through the looks. I'm going to go through it exactly in order because they did the looks and then they did the movies. So, I did not get everybody's look off rip except for one. We're going to talk about that right now. So, Disasterina. I was like, girl, I don't know how old you is in real life, but in real life pretty girl makeup, you look old as fuck. I was like, oh, girl. You look, well, she don't do that type of drag, so it's cool. But the look, you know, was okay. When the challenge was Scream Queens, I really thought everybody was going to dress like these teen girls. And most of them did not. Or at least 20-somethings. Most of them did not. And Disasterina, who I'm assuming, based on what her makeup looked like, is probably at least like my age. So, but the look all together, I was like, especially for Disasterina, I was like, for you to wear the weird shit you do, for you to pull together something that was just like classy, cute. I hated the shoes, but I kind of always hate Disasterina's shoes. But the look itself, I was like, I'm happy with this. I'm okay with this. She was giving me a little bit of Ivanka Trump, and I was fine with that. I'm not, is it Ivanka? Yeah. But no, Ivanka is the daughter. You know, the wife, the first wife. James, I really like James. I was getting like the 70s flower child. Of course, we found out like she was hitchhiking to Coachella, but same difference than people that go to Coachella be looking like they from the 70s and hippies too. So I was here for it. I liked the flowers in the wig. I was here for it, but I knew James, and I think we all knew a challenge that all you had to do was like Pynk to be like a regular girl, that James was going to excel at that, because James even Pynk's pretty when she monstrous, her paint is pretty. So I would like to have seen what Dolly did. I'm kind of salty Dolly gone, y'all. Abora. I literally wrote, I don't know. But I was like pastel goth maybe. Like, I didn't get it. And the reason why I say that is, again, when we're talking about Scream Queens, and I'm thinking about, your typical Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Leprechaun, Child's Play, Cabin in the Woods, those type of things. And even though I'm not a horror movie buff, of course I've watched like the Friday the 13th once I got older. Child's Play, the ones that like you're like, okay, that clearly can't happen. But I'm not a big horror movie buff. But I do know the tropes because I'm a film buff. And I know the horror tropes. And I just was like, yeah, I don't see this pastel goth, with the exception of the Blair Witch Book of Shadows, which nobody fucking counts, as you looking like a scream queen. Like, I wasn't feeling it. I agreed with Coco Peru's analysis completely, because she said something along the lines of, to me, it wasn't a scream queen, it was a drag queen being a scream queen. Which we can argue and say that is the challenge. But I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. Victoria. Now y'all know I'm Team Victoria Black. Y'all know I talk about it all the time, I'm Team Victoria Black. I did not love this look. What I will say is, for her face to just be painted normal, the mug was beat. The mug looks good, like when they was doing just like they touch-ups and they was doing the talking scenes and it was just no outfit on, just her face was painted. I was like, okay, bitch, come through. Because that's fish. I like it. But the look was just not, girl. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't like how the wig was styled. I didn't like the dress. I hated the fact that the shoes was fucking beige. Like, I understand the coat was fur and it's got beige in it, but like, you should never wear a fucking colored shoe with a black stocking, ever. Not silver, not gold, not beige. I don't care if you call it neutral or not. Definitely not no color, not red, not blue, not purple, not green. Black stockings is for black shoes, period. Over and done, okay? So I was really rather bothered by them big beige shoes. I was bothered by this Forever 21 fucking rainbow belt that she had on over this black dress. And the black dress was okay, but I'm going to tell y'all the honest to God truth, I probably own that dress 3 or 4 times over. Or some version of it. Black, was it like velvet or velour or something? Cold shoulder. Like, I just wasn't living for it. But I got it. She kind of looked like an old cougar. If she was going for old cougar, she nailed that. But I just didn't love the look. Erica. I loved Erica Clash's look. But I literally did note this. As much as I love the kawaii, I fucks with the kawaii. I'm a kawaii girl. Like, I fuck with the anime. I fuck with the Japanese influence and all of that. Like, I fuck with all of that. Heavy, even in my own aesthetic, when I do my real girl drag, you'll see elements of it. Not as heavy as her, but it's definitely elements there, so I get it. This wasn't the challenge for that. And I understand that you try to keep a part of your aesthetic, but you've been in the bottom 3 times. It's time to switch it up. I wanted to see a glam face paint. None of the... I wasn't even mad at the pink eyebrows because you had on a pink wig. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the silver glitter freckles. I was okay with that. But the rest of it, no. Like, that needed to be pretty. No kawaii at all. Like, take that kawaii all the way up out the equation right now. Take them anime and video game influences all the way out the equation. And the outfit was kawaii AF. Like, I was just like, I'm here for the outfit because that is kawaii. I was here for it. Not for this challenge. Not for this challenge. And I knew she was in trouble. And spoiler alert. But while you watching it, if you ain't watched the show, she went home. And I knew she was. Because as soon as I seen what she had on, I was like, oh, bitch, no. No, you didn't. You didn't. Speaking of, bitch. Bitch Pudding. Bitch Pudding won me over. I'm team Bitch Pudding now. She won me over this episode. Because when I tell you, just off the runway, she was the only one. As soon as they showed her, I said, this bitch won. Now, the look itself, pretty simple. Nothing to write home about. You know, it was a blonde wig, a white crop top, some jeans over some shorts, some Timberland boots, but she looked like she looked like she was in the woods for a horror movie. B, her story was told just off the look. That's why Peaches, the Boulets, Coco, they was all up on it, because as soon as you seen her, exactly right. Oh, that's the bitch that get killed in like the first 10 minutes because she hot in the ass and she fucking, she the first one to get killed. After the black person, of course. But the black person make it the first 5 minutes, the slut make it about 20 minutes into the movie. That's the slut. And she served it, I saw it, I was like, that's a horror movie. And then the murders, we had the movies. James and Vibe Killer, they was living for it, I wasn't. I said, of all the creative kills you can come up with, bitch, you got hit by a car. And it wasn't even like a gruesome got hit by a car and then you're going to be like, peace out. I wasn't here for that. I was not. But they loved it. She was in the top 3. I still was not here for it. Erica and the Virgin Homicides. First of all, I'm just going to say I love the name because I love the movie and the book. Yes, I've read the book too, The Virgin Suicides. So the play on words already got me in. And the chastity belt. I like the chastity belt. But again, like I said, I was like, you playing that kawaii. I agree with the Boulets. I'm like, you could have did that same exact character. You could have wore the same outfit. Just if the hair was just a blonde wig, maybe up in maybe a ponytail, and a pretty makeup, you could have did that exact same character, because lifting up that skirt and having on that pink chastity belt was a nice touch. But you're doing the same thing over and over again. I dig it. But one thing we do know about these drag shows, when they give you notes, take notes. And they keep telling you, like, your aesthetic is not sticking, you need to do something different. And you didn't. Bitch in the last 10 on the left. Once again, I'm team bitch pudding. I'm so glad she won. But it was so obvious she was going to win to me from the very beginning. But when she did her skip, and she was playing that slutty, I'm gonna get killed because I'm the slut role. And when she was with the guy, she was like, oh yeah. And then she took that thing off and her ass cheeks and stuff was out. And he was grabbing her, oh, you like it rough? And then when she realized, like, he was actually trying to hurt her, and that earring came out and she was like, what the fuck? And she started talking like a dude. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Even her name, the last 10 on the left, and it was like the play on word where I need to pitch a tent and all that. Like, I can see that being like a queer cinema moment for real, like almost like a parody movie, a scary movie where she would be the slutty one and like nobody knew she was a dude for real. Like, I could see that actually being a queer comedy movie. Like, I'm here for it. I live. Disaster Arena and Rehab Massacre. The look matched the character very, very much. I'm very, very proud of that. I like the little callback to the, oh, he's murdering my pussy because she had to catch the cat. I was like, come on, Amanda Bynes reference. I'm always here for the references, so that was cute. But they said her monologue was too long. Well, of course, they edited it. We don't know that. And they was living and she was on the top. I can say the monologue was probably long because even from what I watched, I was like, okay, get to the fucking point. But once you know, she said like the coke makes me thin and drink gives me a personality. Like, I'm like, okay, I got it. But while she was looking like, I gotta pause. At the end, when they was all standing there and they was playing Truth or Dare with No Dare, and it was like a profile of her, I was like, bitch, why is you giving me Madonna? Why are you giving me Madonna with that wig? What video was that Madonna's hair was that color and she had like that pump and that same almost hairstyle and that eyebrow, and it was like, this was pulled up. I was like, bitch, why is she giving me Madonna? No shade to Madonna because I'm a Madonna stan my whole entire life. But bitch, she was giving me Madonna tease and I was just like, that ain't looking too good for you, Madonna. But anyway, Abora and Selfie. I don't know if you guys know this. There's a TV show that got canceled that was called Scream Queens that I fucking loved. It was made by Ryan Murphy. I fucking lived for this show, okay? The Chanels. Google it. Somebody needs to put it on Netflix, Hulu or something so y'all can watch the first 2 seasons because it's a horror movie spoof. Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. But they did exactly what Abora did on Scream Queens because there was a serial killer on the loose And it was a girl, matter of fact, it was Ariana Grande that got killed and was like so obsessed with social media, which all of the girls are supposed to be. That's like the point. And she's like typing on her Twitter, "The Red Devil is killing me," and then like the last picture of her is like a selfie. And I was like, okay, y'all, you took Scream Queens literally. I know good and hell well you watched that TV show, because you clean fucking smooth ripped it right off. So for me, because I know that show, even though I know a lot of people don't, they said Scream Queens, and you really went to Scream Queens and took it and ran with it. So I can't. Victoria and Ranger Danger, and that's why I just wrote that again. Once I seen the whole, I'm like, I'm just not loving this look. One thing I will say about her that I did like again, I could see that really being part of like a comedy spoof. The heavy sexual innuendo. Oh, you got some thick wood there. Like, because we know the people, a lot of times in horror movies, the sluttier you are, you know you definitely gonna die. So I like the sexual innuendo. I like that she was kind of like a cougar. And I like the fact that she the only bitch that actually tried to escape. That was important to me. Like, she actually ran out the cabin. He had to like get her down. Nobody else tried to escape. Nobody else tried to run. So I like that. But definitely above all, Bitch Pudding was my favorite, and Bitch Pudding won. I think we all knew she was going to. The extermination was a lie detector test. And here's a couple things about that irked the fuck out of me. Number one, y'all had a vegetarian eating meat. Y'all had two motherfuckers that never had a tattoo had to get a tattoo. You was sticking motherfucking needles in people's arms. And these motherfuckers get a lie detector test. Where they do that at? But the lie detector test was telling girl, Erica went home because she knew she couldn't win. And they just found out, of all this time, we thought James Mansfield, sorry James Majesty was the shady, two-faced cunt. It was a bore. Just lying to folks' faces. Folks was talking about Kiki and Kai, and they did say Victoria lied about fucking a cast member. They said that's deceitful. I'm like, ooh, somebody got a blowjob, hand job, something. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. We only got 5 queens left. Next week I will be back in Geesh. I really thought I was going to be today because this was my last day that I worked for the week, but Ohio weather, man, is going back and forth, and I just don't feel good. I don't see me going after 12 hours and doing all that, taking the pictures, and do all the things I gotta do for the channel. So with that being said, I do appreciate y'all for watching me, because that does make it all worthwhile. But occasionally, sometimes you don't feel good. God damn it. To my patrons, thank you. I got all of the stuff ready to send out Christmas packages, even though we ain't even in December yet, but we'll get it together. As y'all notice, it is the holiday season with the new screen and end bumper and everything. But thanks to my patrons. Also, if you are not a Pink Lady or a T-Bird, you can become one by subscribing to my channel. You can click Sailor Jimmi at the end of the video, or go down below. Make sure you click the notification bell so you know when all the other Dragula, Drag Race, anything drag related reviews pop up, as well as any other things that I review. And check out another video at the end of this YouTube. Pick one especially for you. So thank you so much for rocking with your girl. I'm going to take some meds and take my ass to sleep. Well, after I edit this shit together, of course. Deuces.
Clueless, and I'm clever with every letter. This sister's a soldier. I'm the coldest one I ever get your